Thank you, and and greetings. Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are. But let's do this session 4 now. This is actually you have burned your past. That's what we did the 3 session, and now you are going to start a new you, and you are going to do all your pain and everything, illness and everything go away. This is just a mind way to help. In no way this is cure or treat or anything like that. You have your own health professional for that. This is just to give your mind how the mind and the meditation can help you. So today we are going to do this is what the plan for today is. Now let's look at the next slide. Okay. So what we are going to do is, now you have burned your past. We are going to, talk about stress. If you didn't burn your past, you are going to still get stress. 80% of the chronic illness in the Western world is due to stress. So that's what is important. Okay, we had to address the stress. So basically, we all have stress. It's all how to handle it. That's what I will go through and show you. Also, you will, in this session, I will tell you how to, how you can become a new you. Remember that? When you let your past, all the thing with your past is gone. Now you are going to suit you, what you like, what make you happy. You are going to do what makes you happy, and that's what is a new you is going to come. You are going to start your own happiness, values, everything, and finally, we will use the happiness. What you do after this talk, you want to add something. Those happiness, what make you happy, become your mantras. Okay, so that way, this is the way the traditional classical mantra meditation is sound, like a om, like a om beam sound. But I found out that it takes so much years to get into that, to calm the mind. But what I found out was you can use the affirmation, and at the subconscious state, then they can really make a difference in you. And of course, as a part of the meditation, we will go into each part of your organ where you have any pain, diseases, or anything, and we'll burn them out, to be clear of your, and then try to heal all your body. And that's what this meditation, we will do that. Okay, so let's go to the first slide, or the second slide. Okay, I gave you this before in the previous seminars. So basically, what is the purpose of living? And most of the people, all the seminars I have done and everything over the past 30 years, everybody want to be happy and enjoy life. That's what most of the people. Okay, that's what everybody want to be. And if I ask you, are you happy all the time? No, nobody can be happy because you had to handle daily issues, problem, make decisions, emergency situation. So but you had to learn how to, how to handle the stress. So stress will come, and you had to learn how to handle and create a balance in your life. I want to use the word balance. I would rather use the word balance than peace or everything. I know a lot of people have different way say it, but I just want to use the word balance. Okay. So let's now go to the next slide. So what you have done so far. This is the 4th session. So we have 3 sessions. If you miss anything, please go back and listen to those sessions. I think we have it on the website, and if you have registered, you ask them and they will send it to your email address. Now, now you have burned your past. You are starting a new you. Okay? You stop your conscious mind analyzing and everything you hear, see, smell, taste, and going into worst case scenario thinking. Like I said before, your body is wired to go to worst case scenario thinking. If what happened, without knowing the answer, you will say if. Okay, that's a wrong word in your vocabulary. If what happened. Okay, unless you see what you see, you don't decide it. That way you can minimize the stress. Also, your conscious mind is also giving excuses, denying what happened to your ego, obsessive mind, and you are in a comfort zone, Okay? So you don't want to make any changes. Even making a changes for some people, it's a big thing. They may even get an anxiety attack trying to change something from what they do. Okay? So you have to be prepared to make the change and deny what is happening to you. Okay? You have erased all your fears by now. Everything from your childhood, all the thing happened, governments and teachers and everything. Remember that what you are today is not you, somebody else. So you have to start a new you where what makes you happy. And that's what I asked you to write, what makes you happy. Okay? Now, once you list the past and everything what you have done, erased all your fears and everything, okay? The fears and guilt will be put by other people as a worst thing in your life. You had to overcome then and you had to start your new life. This way, you can reduce your stress too. Remember that? You will find out how the stress is coming because of your past, all happened in your life. Anxiety attack, your confidence and everything. You have been, gone through so much in your life, and that's why you had to start a clean slate and, start it. Okay. So let's go to the next slide. If you read this, you will see, I think I gave you in the last session. I don't know how many of you have read this. This is all, what this is all due to stress. You may get some of them, not everything, but this is what could happen. The stress. So that's what we wanted to talk about stress this session. So the next slide, you could see why do you get stress? In fact, I gave in the last session for you to read and listen and everything, Remember that I come back and say it's your fear and ego and insecurity, everything others have put in your life. Unless you remove all these mental blockages that stop you from changing, you cannot do anything. You better, you have to do that to get started. The first step is get rid of all your burn. I don't want to get rid of, you can find it back. Burn all the past and everything. Okay? Now, certain values, the happy things are good and everything, but whichever upset your mind, which you do it without your willingness, that's what causes the hormone to change. Remember that? The endocrine system or hormonal system change, and if you remember that about homeostasis, that's what. When upset, everything changes. Some of these are very much deep into that, and we call blockages, chakra blockages, and sabotage your happiness and causing the stress. So it is very important. If you want to, manage your stress, you have to let your past and start a new you. That's what we will talk about in this session. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Now, these are the implications of stress. Like I say, I've been selling. You see, I keep on repeating certain things. The reason is I wanted to get into your mind, basically erase it and, put into your mind, that what you have to change the way you think. You had to start your own happiness values and everything. Okay? So now you have a different conditional response of the mind. If you don't do that, what's happening is your mind can trigger. Okay. For example, if you have a flat tire and you have an interview, and immediately you will get into, I am going to lose my job and everything and all this, and get into your mind into a different. At the same time, if you are calm, you say, take a deep breath and say, let me see what I had to do. Okay. Just happen to be your cell phone run out of battery too. So you had to stop somebody or get help for somebody to tell them, hey, I am late, I will be coming. Or if you have phone working, you tell somebody, hey, I am a flat tire, I will come, rather than going into your build up all this snowball effect. All these and worst case scenario, everything, and then you are done. Okay? So that's what it is. Now, when you do that, okay, when you are happy, you have the called happy hormones, serotonin, estrogen, dopamine, testosterone, epinephrine, norepinephrine. All these are the happy, When you take it away, you get into depression, sadness, mood fluctuation, fatigue, confusion, excessive eating, and even lots of sexual desire. So the happy hormone, the serotonin, that's what we have all the Prozac and everything, Serotonin is something which connect to the nerves and everything, get the messages, So all these are important and they will drop when you have a stress. So basically your mind create the stress and that come from all your past. And that's what, once again, you had to let your past go. Now we have it. All these hormones are transported through the nervous system, the messages. The messages are nervous. And then if you have a sympathetic nervous system, we have a sympathetic nervous system, vagus nerve, which is the parasympathetic nervous system. So if you have immediately sympathetic nervous system will get your blood pressure, blood sugar, muscle ready to run. This is what actually originally our primitive men and everything, it was created to fight or flight hormone. Remember that? You hear that? They had to fight, you had to fight, you get ready to fight, or you had to run away with the past. Okay? But that really upset all the thing. What happening is, all these, when it happened, it convert all the hormones to cortisol. I think it is coming in the next slide. When you have a emergency situation, you will find out, okay, all your hormones are converted to cortisol. Unfortunately for a woman, okay, you go through the cycle, okay, and you can easily, your estrogen will come, 10 to 14 days, so your estrogen will come, as estrogen will help to line the uterus, lining of the uterus for the egg to come and get blocked and everything. At the same time, your testosterone, men, we men have testosterone all the time, and that's what they are horny, okay? Women don't have that same thing, but you had to be ready, okay, when that time comes. So that's what the testosterone, you get your sexual desire. So you get, okay, you get impregnated, or you get, impregnated. And your egg can come into, living cell. Now, if you don't get, fertilized during that time, then the progesterone will come. Progesterone come and actually clean up, shed all the lining of the uterus. Okay? That's what you get, the bleeding and everything. Okay? Unfortunately, some people, the progesterone doesn't come, and then it doesn't shed the lining, then you get endometriosis, it builds up. Okay? For a woman, actually is more likely to get depressed or everything, or all because of the hormone. That's the same thing with the autoimmune system diseases. Okay? For a woman, it's more with the woman, like a lupus, psoriasis, okay, Crohn diseases are then like that too. So hormone plays, that's the only message I want to give you. Hormone play a major role in your whole happiness and stress. Next slide. What the effect of strong immune system? I have told you before, we are alive today because of the immune system. It's the immune system keep us alive. Whatever come into your body, immune system goes and attack it. Okay? But if you have, if the immune system come, and that will go depressed if you have all your hormones are converted to cortisol. That will suppress your immune system. So when you are stressed, your body will become very weak, and that's what I said. When you have, 80% of the chronic illness is due to stress. Now, so what happening is, this create, when the immune system, it create a hormonal imbalance. So when you convert everything to cortisol to fight back, you create a hormonal imbalance. So now your body cannot fight the viral bacterial infection, cannot repair the damaged cells, tissues, and can trigger. This is what, when you have stress, you don't heal better. It's a long time to heal. Okay? And if you are diabetic too, that will take still more time to heal. Okay? Now, sometime when whatever you eat is go beyond the skin care, put it on the skin. So if you put everything, sometime the immune system will try to come. Immune system there to come and see what is the foreign body into you. Okay. So immune system is, you could cope with your guard. Okay. Your personal guard, try to find. Sometimes they cannot identify, but they had to produce the immune system response. Okay. Unfortunately, if they cannot identify, they will let them live. And then your immune system come overactive, and that's what it leads to autoimmune system diseases. There are over 100 autoimmune system diseases like psoriasis, lupus, Crohn's disease. And see that what happened, even the immune system, not only your, infections and everything, all this basically is coming because of stress. Now, one thing I have over the 30, 35 years is, I found out the reason we are alive today is because of our immune system. Always remember that. Okay? So we had to keep our immune system the best way we can perform, make it perform. Next slide. Now, you already know that I have given you, so whenever you upset all these immune system corresponding to chakras, they are all activated. And that's what the imbalance happens. That's why you break the homeostasis. Next slide. Okay. So why you must reduce stress and manage the stress? You had to keep the hormonal balance, or by now you know it's called homeostasis. Okay. Remember that I explained last session too. Your hormonal system or endocrine system is like a symphony. You had to have the right note, but the right instrument had to come in the right time. If they don't come, they mess up the whole music. Same thing happened to your body. Okay? So then it will actually upset the homeostasis. So it's a mind that upsets your homeostasis balance. So remember that once again, this is what they found out 5,000 years ago. They didn't know the science and everything, but we know that. They only know how to balance yourself, how to keep happy, how to reduce anxieties and stress and sleeping and all these. They knew how to do this. Okay? Long time ago, even any of the religion came. This is like a culture, some people, learned and the sages, they found out this one. Okay? Dubai tried it so many years, meditations and everything. So it is, so this is what they found out. Most likely refers to a Dubai tourism campaign or a relaxation. I am sorry. Okay, I had to shut it. 1 minute, I had to shut off this, shut off the phone. I am opening the power. Okay. Okay, I am sorry. This Gemini is coming. I am sorry. So take a minute to come back. Okay, let's stop that. So 5,000 years ago, they found out how to balance and happiness by repeating the same mantra too in a subconscious state. Remember that I told you some pictures of that. I think it's going to show now too. You can train your mind to be a new person. Okay, and that's what it is. So you can train your mind to be a new person and maintain a homeostasis of the body for health in your life. Okay, now the list you made, you are going to make it as a mantra. I will come and talk about it. So you can establish new you with a new mantra, so affirmation if you want to call it. Okay, and I have done this for so many years and it worked. When I was in depression, I read so many books and followed so many people and everything, nothing worked. So only way I am able to, okay, say is take to your subconscious state and repeat this mantras, okay. So you don't have to have the sound mantras. You can do that. So basically, I did was combine the modern, meditation with the affirmation. Okay, next slide. Okay, this I just saw it last time I showed you too. You had to burn, and the way I told you to get into the, angel body, and you go and one by one you told what you want to let go or what you want to burn, and you burned all your past. So I hope you have burned all your past now. Okay, next slide. So once again, I am coming back and say the stresses create the way you look at things, the perception. Like already you hear about glass is half full, half empty, is how you look at it. Everything you can look at it in a different way. Okay. So it's all how you have to train your mind to think positive, convert negative to positive, give a reason why it is better now, so that's what it is. Okay? So what happening is, if you can, okay, change your compulsive, obsessive behavior and all these and everything, you will actually get, burn your stress, get rid of stress, reduce your stress, whatever you want to call it, only we can reduce and manage your stress. Okay, so it will be very much better than you get into stress all the time. Next slide. Once again, I mentioned about the 80% of the Western Hemisphere have a chronic diseases due to stress. Okay. Okay. So if you can change your mind, how things and respond to thoughts and daily events, that's a balance. That's what you had to learn. Okay. This is what I am giving you, what make you happy. You make them into mantra. Okay. You burn your past and do that. That's what I have done. Okay. And this is exactly what I did and how I got rid of I come out of the depressions, So everything you had to erase it and get it. And once again, fear and guilt are most hard to get rid of it. Okay, come from childhood. When you are born, they have put some children with snakes and they were not afraid. After a few years, they grown up, then they are afraid of snakes. That this has come from the Eastern, Eastern philosophy. Here, we don't have any poisonous snakes, but in the East, you have snakes out, they can poisonous, That's what it is. Okay, next one. What happens to you when you get stressed? Most of us will eat the ice cream. They are sad because it gives you the leptin, that you are full, and serotonin. So you are happy eating the ice cream. Okay? I mean, you can have a few spoons, but usually you end up eating the whole ice cream. So that's what happened. Negative and destructive. You think about the negative and all, and then if you don't have a good self-esteem, you will start to think, oh, why it's happening to me? It's always happening to me. All these things will start coming to it. Then you moan and complain and everything. You will do that. A lot of people will stay in bed. They don't want to get out of the place. Or socially, they don't want to go meet with people and social isolation. Have some work, school, or you move like a slow robot. You have no drive to do anything. So this is what the stress can do to you. This is why you had to learn how to manage your stress. That's what the message I am giving you here. Next slide. Okay. So what you can do about it? Once again, I am keep on repeating. Condition your mind. Change the way you think. Think positive. Convert negative to positive. It's happening for a reason. It's a blessing in disguise. You had to come with the reasons, And think positive is very important. And your mind, you had to learn to constantly change that, because daily thing you are hearing all these different ones, issues and everything. All this is coming to you, okay? And then if you start your new you with the new values and everything, you will go to that. You will not go back to your old way, the new one. And that will make you to, make you happy. Okay? At least handle stress. Okay? Now, another thing you had to do is, a lot of time I worked with people and they told me, they don't actually take care of themselves. They do to the children or husband or wife or whatever it is, some people. They never take care of themselves. You had to treat yourself and make your time for yourself, always. There was one person, she said, she was telling me, I am talking to her, and she said, I don't even have a baby, and she have a babysitter. I can't, she's really stressed out. I can't even do my nails. I don't even go to the nails in 6 months. Even a simple nail, she cannot do it, and that got you into, really affect the happiness and, make the depression worse too. Okay. Now, so I told her, why don't you call one day, make an appointment and tell you, hey, I have an appointment, I am going to come late, tell the babysitter, I will give you the money, double your money or whatever, and do that, and then you will get it done. Lo and behold, she did that and she was so happy. See that? Simple things. Each person is different. You can do that. Okay? And also, you had to focus on, what you have and not what you don't have. So, example, each of us have in a different state, different thing. You think about the people under you, they are not fortunate, I am better than them. Always think that. Don't try to be somebody else. If you want to be somebody else, you had to drive like a step, have a goal, step, and do one by one. You just cannot dream about being somebody else. Okay? You had to work towards that. Okay? So, it's good you cannot be somebody else. This is the way I am. This is the way I am. This is the way I look. This is my I can make myself out to look better with such skin care and facials and others, or relax with massages and everything. But still, okay, it's you had to accept this is what you are. Now, you had to take responsible action. Whatever you do, whatever you decide, you had to take action. You may fail, you may succeed, but you had to take responsibility. If you take more chances, it's better success. And if you don't take any chances, once again come from childhood, okay, you will never succeed. I have somebody work one time, and we have the meeting and come with new ideas and everything. There is one person, when we come, everybody like it, and that person will always think about what happened if we fail. So mind is immediately go, what happened if we fail? See that? It's already that's the way you have been brought up to think. You don't go to a ball game, or if you play a soccer or ball game or whatever, soccer, what is it, football, okay, basketball. You don't go to a game losing the game. You had to go with the mindset to win the game. Then only get your endorphins and everything comes into you. If you go losing the game, and that's what happened to people who cannot, who only think about the worst case scenario. That's the way with your parents have been like that. But you are different, and you cannot be like the way the other people have, okay? So you have to do that. And we someday make mistake, we have done in our life. So whatever you did in your life, mistake or anything, just let it go, all burn it, go. It doesn't happen. We all do that. We cannot be perfect on every decision, everything you do. Okay? So it's okay. Whatever happened, it's happened, gone. And then if you can incorporate yoga, meditation, Ayurvedic living in your daily life routine, okay? I talk about routine. What is good to have a routine? The routine is like a automatic. You do that and automatically come, and you don't think. When you start to think only, that create the effect on the hormones. Okay? Next slide. So basically, you had to create a balance in your life to be happy. So whatever happened, your children, schools and everything, everybody have a different one. You had to see what are your thing daily you do, this is what I have to do, and try to create a balance. Okay? And a positive way to create a balance. You can always keep the happy events and happy thoughts and everything you have. You can, balance the negative ones. Okay, by converting the negative ones, and okay, so that's what it happened. And you had to stay from worst case scenario thinking. Okay, that will help to stress. Okay, self-stress. Next slide. Now I told you about you can train your mind. You start a new you. The elephants are big beast. Elephant has his mind, but the driver also Mahout on the top, he can control the elephant with on the ear. Why? They train them. I don't know if you have seen a documentary. They hit the when they are baby, they hit the thing on the leg and everything, and that's the way they train. The horses and others, but the elephant is a big beast. You can train them. They even train them, next slide, to even run races. Okay, see? So if they can train an elephant to do what you want, definitely you can train your mind to do what you want to be happy and what you want to do. What you make you happy, this is what you are, and that's what the new you. Okay, that's what the training you will get it. Okay, next slide. So now, I talk about in the beginning, it's all about balance and energy. Okay, so you had to, the balance and energy, everything has energy. Your mind, thoughts, everything has energy. Happy energy, sad energy, all this. So you really had to balance your energy. Okay, so the only thing is you had to be realistic too. Okay. Okay, don't go to extremes. Okay, I call it, there are freaks on both sides, and fanatics, so you had to cannot go on extreme. In your own life, there are people who are extremes, Extreme is bad, that create a lot of stress into you. Okay, now here is balancing is important. So you had to balance family, okay, everything. Work, family, friend, okay, everything you had to balance it. Okay, so when you balance and learn how to balance it, you say like a training, like a riding a bike when you're a child or you're learning a game now. You had to train your mind to balance your life. Then, okay, you can, okay, you can calm your mind. And that's what you can use. Yoga, meditation, prayers, and you can do all these things to balance your basic instinct. Okay, your life and basic instinct. Okay, so if you have an unbalanced life, it will take your toll on your immune system. Stress, depression, anxiety, premature aging, diseases, even trigger cancer cells. Okay, so I hope by now you know the thought, the mind, that what upset your hormones and can do all these and create this, stress. And that depress your immune system. And then all the diseases and everything will come. Okay? So balance in your life is so critical. And you had to learn just like the way elephant is. So you must be done to, what you must be do actually done, sorry. What must be done, done to, to start the new year. Unless you make a commitment, you can't do it. It has to be priority 1 or 2. If you want to, if you want to do it, or I want to do it, you had to seek. You had to seek a new you. You had to identify and seek new, this is what I want to be, a new you. You cannot just say, I want to be. No. You had to seek it and come to that. When I work with so many people, I never give an answer. I talk to them and ask them to find their own answer because it's different for each person. This is the biggest difference I found out. We can read everything, go and everything, continue to do that. Meditation, please do that. But what I found out was to make you happy, a new you, it is you are the one who has to make that commitment and find out what makes you happy. This is what I want to be. Sometimes trial and error, you find it, that's what you have to do. Once again, I think I gave you suggested, you need motivation, okay? Tony Robbins I like him, He's a good motivation speaker, read books, about motivational, okay? Also, you can feel, imagine, it's okay to daydream, okay? People say, don't, it's okay to go daydream. And feel happy yourself when you are happy. Okay, so when you are happy, all these things will go. So even by daydreaming or something and visualizing, you can be happy. And one of the book like that one with Shakti Goan, I like that too, about creative visualization. Now, I told you last session to make a list of what make you happy. Remember that only you, not your children, nobody else, just you, nobody else in the picture, okay, and you had to, you remember that only God and you know what makes you happy, nobody in this world, okay, nobody, only you and God only know what is happening, makes you happy. Write each them on a card, whatever make you happy. Oh, I had to, say eat good, okay, I want to meditate. I wanted to play the sports, So you can write this, what you make you happy, and make into cards and put it around in different places in your house, Wherever you go, see, work, even put in the fridge too. Wherever you see, put a magnet and put it on the thing. So that way you will know that's what makes you happy. So the reason is it takes time to, just the way you have been conditioned over the years, it takes time to get your what makes you happy. So you had to see that. And then you make a vision board, okay? Write on a big, get a cardboard, one of the boards, write them 1 by 2 and put it in a place where you always sit down and spend more time. Even bedroom, put it there. Always it's good to read those, cards, what make you happier, the new you, okay? Or the vision board in your bedroom before you go to bed, okay? Because it will work in your subconscious mind. You wrote those cards and read it. I want to be happy. This is what make me happy. I am going to do this. I am going to do that. Read it before you go to bed. And also, before you go to bed, don't go to bed when you watch some horror movies, sad movies, violent movie or something. Always read something happy, romantic, or whatever, or watch some movie, funny, sitcoms, funny, and laugh. Laughter is important. That's why we do the laughter yoga. Okay, it brings you all these hormones I talked about. When you laugh, bring all the serotonin, dopamine, everything into you. So that's what is okay. Now, so there is a, I think Oprah Winfrey has talked about vision board, even Tony Robbins, working the giant within you. And also there's a movie called The Secret. It's a book and the movie, and please watch that. If you are to get it motivated and do that, and the vision board, try to make that as a part of your life. Okay, okay, next slide. Now, I'm going to talk a little bit about the ancient Ayurveda. With my research, I think they've worked everything on the basic instinct. What are the basic instincts we and animal have together? Okay, eat, sleep, and reproduction. For they had to propagate the race or the animal. But for us, I would say sexual health too. Okay. Now, what happened is, unfortunately, human have a thinking brain, your prefrontal cortex. The thinking brain, you see the brain, that thinking brain is the problem for all of us. And we experience the whole world through our five senses. Okay. So, what happening is, okay, these five senses and all these basic instincts are the one. So what they did was, once again, over 5,000 years ago, they know you had to eat good. So what they did was, they found out, if you eat good certain herbs and everything, you live longer. Okay? That's what in Ayurveda, the Ayurveda came, there we talk about basically food is medicine. You see the turmeric, cumin, and all these in the cooking. Sleep. They didn't know the stress can keep you wake up. Your mind can. So what they say, if you calm your mind, you can sleep good. Unfortunately, in modern world, we have stress. Okay. So that's what a lot of people can say. And I see all these things and I see, hey, why the sleep index bed? My number is 25 or 40. You will go to bed. No, nothing will have, if your mind is busy. So it's why the mind has to be, calm down to sleep. My next session, I will do a meditation to fall asleep. Okay. So this one, then reproduction, sexual health. That's also very important. Okay, so what they did was, they developed you heard about Kama Sutra, you did about Tantra. In the East, the Tantra is more like a wellness living and everything. Some of the Western gurus have they found out the sexual health, they talk about the different energy, called Kundalini energy, which is reside in there, the dormant sleeping serpent, and that can come and you can overcome that too. Okay, so these are all, they did it, all these they have developed over these years so that you can live longer, enjoy your life, be happy, sleep good and everything. Okay, that's what it is. Okay, next slide. So all the five senses you talking, I don't want to go to that, smell, relaxing, exciting, brings up memory. So your smell, for example, I grew up with using sandalwood soap. The sandalwood smell makes me calm. Jasmine, okay, make me calm. Some of you may be lavender or something, rosemary or something. So wherever you grew up and everything, so at the same time, if you have some bad smell you don't like, you think the bad memory. Just for for example, you go to grandma's house and there's a smell, you don't like it when you're outside and you don't like it. Same thing with the feeling, touch, feeling, relaxing, sedative massages, bonding, relax. You can relax yourself with the massages. Okay. At the same time, if you have a gentle touch, it can sedate you. Okay. It can sedate you oh sorry, firm massage will sedate you, gentle massage will you stimulate you. Sexual, you can create that intimacy and everything. Same thing with sight, color, depth, visual. You look at a picture and bring you good memory. Keep those. But the bad memory, burn it. Don't even want to see it. Okay. Sound, same thing. You heard about the primordial sound. At the same time, you like growing up, you those sound music. So it make you relax. I still do the oldies, in the 70s and 80s, I am 79 years old, so I love those, I still listen to that. Calming, you can use a calming, but at the same time, if you want to get energy, okay, if you don't have energy, you are at the office and everything, you just have to basically stand up and, maybe you cannot dance, but home you can dance, so you could, get an music that with the beat and everything, that will give you the energy to up. So the music will be hearing, sound, taste, food tasting, and you have different tastes, and in Ayurveda, they use about the different tastes, and here they have, let me see why it went out. Okay, I don't know why it went out. Okay, so that's what it is. So basically, when you look at your sleeping habit, exercise, yoga, walking habits, then you have the mind habit, the meditate. This is what a lot of thing I am talking here is about mind habit too. You had to train your mind to be happy. Also, for a woman, you had to look good, and there are ways you can look good. Because every time somebody look at you at your face, immediately. So the face has to look good, your hair and everything. So that's what another thing you make you wear. It gives you more confidence when you look good, look great. Then you had to choose what you use. Toxins in product. Okay, so you had to use toxin-free product. I talk about the immune system response, and also I talk about the autoimmune system diseases. That's what is very important. For example, preservative is very bad in anything. In skincare. Food, they are broken down by the liver, but in skincare, that's very number one bad thing you shouldn't have it. Of course, feet have it, okay? So the next slide. So this is what we are trying to drive at, trying to create a balance by all these different happen. Once again, it's like you do it. Remember that once in a while you want to enjoy, you have to enjoy it, okay? From way back, I like the McDonald's sausage egg mahmoud. I don't eat much, but whenever I eat, but I enjoy it. Same thing, but you know, enjoy it. Okay. Now, yoga is another one to calm your mind, focus, keep your mind away from all the thoughts. Okay, is bring all the different mind, body, heart, spirit all together. So it's good to start yoga, but very important to learn that breathing too, pranayama. So you had to learn the breathing and everything. So when you breathe, remember that you actually activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Okay, so that means calm you down. So it's good to learn the deep breathing, and if you can make it a habit rather than short breath with your chest like dogs, it can completely train yourself to calm yourself down. Next slide. Once again, another one we don't want to talk about it, but you had to talk about in your life, the sexual health, Okay. Now, when you are in love, when you love each other, it's good. That will keep you, live longer. All the good hormones. When you are love and everything, when you are love somebody, attach to each person, that will give you the good hormones. Okay, very important. Unfortunately, we are grown and children and everything, and we don't pay attention to the sexuality. We just sexual health. Okay, we just and that sometimes deteriorated. So it could, but usually remember that when you are in love, The first 2 years is the one you are completely like crazy. Okay, you know everything happened crazy. But after 2 years, it's come more like attachment, love, bonding, and everything will happen. So the first years, everybody happen, and that's what they say. When you are in love, you are like you have hysteria. You heard about the people with hysteria. You are a crazy person. Okay, but after that, so after 2 years, usually, then you are in love and everything. But you had to keep the part of you had to make time for it. Okay, rather than giving excuses, time for the sexual health too. Okay, so next slide. So I have talked about all the basic instinct. There are they to stress. Listen to the music. Listen to some music you like. Okay, relaxing or hum along with the music. That will give you. Okay. Or if you are working, you can close the door inside, or you work, you can go into the car and do a laughter yoga. You will energize and get relaxed. The other one is I told you the Brahmi. What you do is you look at the fingers, you put here, okay, push the index finger, okay, and you see that, okay. So eyes, nose, eyes, and everything, okay. So what you do is you make a sound, like I say, oh, that sound create the vibration. That's the one calm your mind, and especially pituitary, pineal body. So see that? Okay. I'll say that. Say deep breath, then Om. See, that will also do at least 5 minutes if you can. That will also bring the vibration calmly. And then you can also get beat music, and also that also I say when you need it. Okay. So the next one, aromatherapy. You can always use the next slide. You can slide. You can also this one before the. Okay. You can reduce by increasing your production of neuropeptides like endorphins and hormone like serotonin, estrogen. So what you had to do is exercise is good. Okay. Brisk walking is good. Okay, so do some of these exercise and they bring the good hormones. Okay, they reduce the stress, reduces migraines, improve mood. Don't you think when you work out you feel good, you have more energy, and that clear thinking and increases the hormones. So it's good to have, everybody can do that if they can. It's good to do the workout, brisk walking, playing, not slow thing like golf or something. Okay, something more active. So running or do that. Even having sex is good too. That also bring the nice hormone, good hormone. Okay, very vigorous exercise, vigorous thing and everything. But remember that cardio. Okay, sorry, not toning and weightlifting. So you have cardio, sexual health, but not toning and weightlifting. They can't bring it. Only it has to be more action. Activity has to be there. Okay. So you have to make time to do that. In your thing, maybe difficult. Once again, each person is different. You have to do that. So next one. Here, aromatherapy is a great thing. I found out I have basil. I have basil in my greenhouse too, but I have basil too. I put it on my wrist and smell when I have those. Other one, if you want to invigorate, not the energy and everything, use peppermint. Put it on the thing and massage your back. Okay, here, do it here, and that's what it will do that. Okay, okay. Also, light a candle. Okay, of your choice aroma. That's another way too. So these are the simple way you have to figure out which is good. In Hylunia, we have dosha oil, body type, you can use that, or we have a stress reducing oja oil, you can do that. Okay, next slide. Okay, now I talk about mantra meditation and prayers and subconscious mind. Intentions are key in mantra meditation. You had to have the intention. You are a new you are going to change, you are going to reach the subconscious mind, and you are going to repeat these mantras. Okay? Okay? Because the mind will eventually erase the old tracks past and start new tracks. Okay? Okay, or wiring. You could say wiring, we start new wiring, so it will completely. Remember that I talk about the not only elephant before the London taxi drivers. They when they study for the exam before all these GPS came, their brain expands and everything. Then they retire it. So you can do the same thing. Breathing. Okay, so breathing is very important, and repeat the mantra. Okay, on your journey and subconscious mind. I would go through the journey there. Once again, primordial sound, okay, but you can give the mantra as a primordial sound. Okay, good to do the om with everything. If you have some you want to add to that, you can add to that too. Okay, so the primordial sums are good. Breathing is important, and you are repeating the same thing over and over again is important. You can reach anything you want in your life. All what you need is a believe in yourself. You have to believe in yourself. You can do it. You cannot give up. You had to make a commitment and willingness to change and never give up. Yes, I can. This is what I told you to motivation. Read those books or watch those tapes and everything like Tony Robbins, others to make it happen. So the next slide. So you must learn to balance your life. Once again, this is I am focusing about. You had to balance your life to reduce stress and be happy, to sleep well and be happy and be happy. Okay, healthy and happy and beautiful. Once again, you need a commitment and willingness to be happy. Sometimes it happens when people come all the way down to the bottom. Before that, they don't want to change. Remember that they are in the comfort zone, nobody want to change. But then it's sometimes too late, they go into depression. Okay? And remember that once again, repeating, your immune system works when you are happy. That means you have happy, healthier, less diseases, and less illness. That's what it is.